Welcome back to Inside Business. The global market for cosmetic surgery services is expected to reach the $40 billion mark by the year 2013, with a compound annual growth rate of 5.2%. Despite the global financial crisis, business in the beauty industry is booming. And like it or not, it's becoming even bigger in the UAE, who's trying to cash in on the ludicrous medical tourism industry. Joining us now to discuss the expanding industry is Mr. S.L. Paul, the Managing Director of Spectronix. Welcome to the show today. Thanks for speaking with us.
Thanks.
Now, the global cosmetic surgery industry is worth around $20 billion, quite significant. How much does the UAE contribute to this?
UAE is actually doing quite good in the whole segment. If we look the 20 billion market, USA is actually taking the biggest chunk. We say 20 billion worth procedures being done in US. And we have other countries like Mexico, Brazil. They are doing another chunk, about 5 billion of the procedures. And the rest of the 3 billion or 4 billion is being done with Southeast Asia, UAE, South Africa. And I think UAE, being significantly very small compared to US, is doing quite a lot of business.
Has the industry experienced a downturn at all since the global financial crisis? Do people still have money for non-essential surgery?
Yeah, personally I feel the market is really not affected with the crisis because it has its own, the clients have never changed. The clients for this segment of the market has always been there. People who have that kind of money to spend money over and above their daily processes, their other things. They always had the money before, they have the money now. So the market is really not affected with crisis. In fact, people have all the time to spend more money on these procedures now.
Now, what range of consumers are driving this growth? Of course, we're seeing an increasing number of young women and even men turning to the knife.
Yeah, people, as I said, are very aware of these procedures. There is a constant competition within peer. The youngsters want to look better. People who are going in for a job, they want to look the best when they are applying for a job. And the whole competition is an awareness. I would say even Hollywood is playing a very major role. Everyone wants the lips of Angela Jolie, or the guys want to be Brad Pitt. So I think they are the figures, but people are definitely following them and they want to look the same. So that is generally affecting all the age groups.
Now, medical tourism is very big in places like Lebanon, South Africa, Thailand, and the UAE is increasingly turning to this as well. What needs to be done to promote this region as a healthcare hub?
Yeah, UAE is a very major tourist destination, and if you especially speak about Dubai, I mean, Dubai is a global brand in tourism, and it's really well projected worldwide. People are coming in here for holidays because I went to States and everyone wanted to know, oh, you are from Dubai, Dubai rocks. And, that's the kind of situation Dubai has right now. And if we can offer them the right medical facilities in this country, and if they can plan a summer here they can get a procedure done within that break, I think it would be wonderful. So I personally feel what people are skeptical as of now is more about the safety of the procedure. They just want to be in the safe hands and the quality, and whether it's meeting the world standards. Personally, Dubai is catering, and even UAE, all the clinics in UAE, I feel are meeting, because the Ministry of Health is doing wonderful work in adhering to the guidelines. So they are doing that job, and I think it's competing with the world standards as of now.
What does Dubai need to do, though, to become, right at the top? As I said, most people now choose, Lebanon, South Africa, a number of other places, but Dubai isn't typically associated with that. What needs to change? What do we need to focus on now?
As I said, we need to focus on safety. There has to be there has to be guidelines that who is doing the surgery, what procedures are there. And it has to be very stringent to be met upon. And secondly, there have to be more financial facilities, like you mentioned Lebanon, and Lebanon is the only country which gives you a loan for a cosmetic procedure. So similar facilities if here, and people can pay for their procedures, I think Dubai should be the mecca of plastic surgery like Brazil.
Definitely a massive growing interest. Thank you for speaking with us today, Mr. S.L. Paul, the Managing Director of Spectronix. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, that's it for this episode of Inside Business. Of course, you can contact us by writing to ib@city7tv.com. Don't forget, you could also view our previous shows online at YouTube. Just search for Inside Business 01. But for now, from all of us on the business desk, goodbye and thanks for watching.